Good evening. I'm Alex, and welcome to Homebrew, presented by Raven and Blade. Homebrew is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons live play that is featured on streaming sites like YouTube and Twitch, and now, using a single drop of the ancient blood of the Prime Being, podcasts. Homebrew tells the tale of 5 emergent freelancers for hire: Gareth, the noble battlemaster; Lee, the rogue assassin; Lux, the scholarly wizard; Stranfin, the seafaring druid; and Thoradin, the artisan barbarian, and their adventures through the lands of Alin-Adin. In this episode, after leaving the dinner party hosted by the Duchess Adwood, the party was accosted by the Point House Thieves Guild hired by the Tullamore. We join the story in the back alleys of Whitecap immediately after the fight. Enjoy.
All right, so where are we at, folks?
You're in a dark alleyway, having just fought 5 roguish type people in this alleyway who conned you into approaching before surrounding you and then being thoroughly trounced. So,
I think
did we search any of the bodies?
I think there are 2 that are alive that we were thinking of interrogating.
We tied them up.
Okay.
And I don't know if we got to searching them yet, but I think we're going to interrogate them, yes.
Yeah, let's search and interrogate.
Let's throw some bodies on the field. Let's see.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Let the bodies hit the floor. We'll make them nice and bloody.
I know the ones that
I can tell you this. I can tell you the 2 down by me. The top bandit was alive. Can
I tell you guys a little fun fact?
Yeah.
So I made these dead body tokens a couple of years ago to sell on Roll20, and I actually had Lily pose for them. I had her lay down on the carpet, just laying down in different positions, and then I took pictures of the poses so I could sketch.
Legal?
I could sketch over them. I'm not sure if it's legal. I mean, I think so. I mean, she was probably.
Did she sign a consent form, a waiver?
She was probably around 10, and most of these are male adult dead bodies. So I think it's legal. Here's one missing a leg. We'll throw him out there.
I think it's legal.
I was telling them about.
I think it's legal. Dead 10-year-olds. What?
No, these dead body tokens that I drew. I had to Lily pose for them.
Oh, did you really?
I had her laying down on the carpet in the living room, and I took pictures of her laying there, and then I used those. I use them as references to sketch over top of.
So I'm looking at multiple iterations of my dead daughter. That's
if she were a grown medieval man, yes.
If she were an adult male, okay.
Yeah. We were trying to decide if him taking pictures of Lily in various poses and then drawing her was legal or not.
That part, I think that part is legal.
Sound questionable.
It might just be selling them for profit, which is a problem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Hey man, an artist has to get, he's got to get his references,
And thank you, FCC, for joining this conversation.
Right.
We run a full disclosure type of game. So 2 of the bandits, and we'll say you just sort of bring them here into the middle, and they're kind of tied up and unconscious. One is. Okay, that certainly can't be the one that's still alive because he's at like negative 16 hit points. So we'll say he's one of the dead ones.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah. And we'll just copy you and we'll say
you're
the 2.
Matter, yeah.
Lovely.
All right, I'm going to go spray my bread while you align the bodies.
Is that a euphemism for something? It was a pack of Halloween-themed tokens that I made a couple of years ago. And they included a variety of bodies that had been killed in horrific ways with a variety of blood levels. Like some have no blood, and then a small amount of blood, and then just a lot of blood. And these are all the tokens with a lot of blood.
One needs to express themselves.
And make a little coin on the side, if you know what I'm saying. Little green, little cheddar cheese.
The money.
I really hope you're gonna like this bread because it's gonna be huge. The 4 loaves were too big to fit on the stone that we have in there, so it's gonna be a lot of bread. Let's hope it's good.
Nothing you've said so far sounds like a bad thing, except for maybe the chef having to deal with the large bread.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, I'm happy to eat your ciabatta.
Oh my.
Whoa.
Fresh.
All right, so Thoradin, you're coming off your rage. So you guys are, Gareth and Thoradin especially are you're kind of beat up a little bit.
A little bit.
They got a couple of licks in.
They were doing that tank thing.
So starting off, is there any healing or anything that you want to do first, right out of the gate, as the battle winds down?
We're out of taking turns though, right? So I could.
Yes,
just
all of the opponents are either unconscious or dead or dying.
They've been vanquished.
So cure wounds, can I only do it one time? First level thing that I have to cast with touch?
Yeah, it depends on how many spell slots you have. I think as a second level,
3?
you have 3, so you can do it 3 times.
Okay.
You can cast 3 spells, basically.
And then how long until they regenerate? Is it a day or is it
After a long rest.
All right, who needs healing?
I do. I'm at 11 of my 29, so I'm like 1/3.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna do that to him. Did that work?
So you got 4 points back.
That's not much.
Are we in a situation where we think we want to? I mean, I feel like we're in the town, so buying a healing potion's not necessarily. I mean, using a healing potion seems excessive when we're already in a town.
Well, how much do you heal if we just go back to an inn and sleep it off a day?
If you get a full night's rest, then you get basically full hit points back.
Oh, really? Well,
yeah.
the heck with using spell slots then.
I say we just do that as long as we can make it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen between now and when you're able to rest is the only thing. But
why don't we just go back to this just in and have some soup and some gin and sleep it off?
If we can make it. If not, we'll have to take a potion quick.
do you want to also hit Gareth with a cure wounds?
Sure, I'd be happy to.
You'll get your spell slots back when we rest as well.
Oh,
so it,
okay.
Yep. Oh,
Like,
yeah,
it might
10 on
be-
Gareth. Wow, look at
Man,
that.
you really
well,
wow.
for goodness sake.
I feel much better.
Can I use my last spell slot to give more to Thoradin?
You
then
can
we'll
cast
rest?
you can cast your last slot, yeah, on Thoradin.
Now, do I
Or
get my
does it
points?
not matter because we're going to go rest anyway?
I guess it doesn't matter as long as we make it back, unless something happens along the way.
If a
Right.
fight happens, then
Yeah.
I might need to entangle someone anyway. So yeah.
Entangle is a
Cantrip, right?
cantrip fee, though, right?
No. Guidance and Magic Stone are cantrips, but Entangle is a first level
Well,
spell.
then, yeah, I'd rather you have that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, okay.
we have a healing potion, so we can always heal him that way if it's needed.
Sounds good. Okay.
So, do I get my 4 points right now? Is it instant? Or?
Yeah.
I already added it in
Yes.
roll 20.
Well,
You were at 11, you're at 15 now.
I was just excited to use it because I've never been the healer before, so I was just excited.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't really do healing.
No, you do more of the killing and the like soul eating kind of thing.
Mhm. That's why you
Should we-
can't taste things.
Search the bodies for anything.
So, who's actually carrying the healing potion?
I have one and Gareth has one.
Yeah.
Say, could I, since I'm the one that might need it next, could I have one so we don't have to like waste
Yeah.
action later of like passing it off?
I pass it off.
Okay, thanks.
We can go get another one later too.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
They're expensive, but I've offered to barter skills with the temple,
Take it
so we can
out
see if
of
that's a
my
doable thing.
thing. Okay.
All right, would it be investigation to see if they've got anything on them, Alex?
They do. You find.
No roll.
I think we may have already done this. They got, and maybe not. Jacob, you can check your notes, but 36 gold and 30 copper and 21 silver between them.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did have that written down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we did that.
Yeah, we
And
did.
then you also noted that they each have a tattoo of a needle under their left eye.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
The clothing's
they're
nice.
right. It's like
They're from the Weaving Guild. The symbol is
Do either of them have a nice belt?
sure. Yeah,
Can
one
I
of
steal a
them
nice belt off of one of them?
you can, yeah.
Is it the right size?
I mean, it's leather. I can cut it and punch holes.
Yeah.
I just want them to have their pants fall down for what they. If they have
Real
any other
question-
nice articles of clothing worth?
Real
like some
question is,
gauntlets
can you
or-
get one with no blood on it? Is the real question.
Oh, I don't care about that. Leather cleaner takes care of that.
Wait, how do you know that? How do you know this?
I mean, I take care of my stuff.
That and you've murdered people in leather.
Before, this is true.
You leather killer, you.
Is there any? Do they have like nice leather armor there, or anything like that worth stealing?
The armor is average. You could take one of the suits, definitely. It's not like exceptional quality. Their clothes are actually much better. Like they're the pants that they're wearing, the tunics are of much better quality. It's kind of they're not brightly colored, but they're like really like bold, dark tones of like blues and greens and reds. And
Can I take their weapons?
are any of you, maybe Jacob's character, maybe Gareth, make just a straight intelligence check for me. That's pretty good.
15.
So you know that the Tullamore, who are it's the Weaver Guild in Whitecap that basically runs the entire weaving trade in the town. They're kind of known for this sort of design work in their clothes, sort of these bold colors. So it kind of reminds you of the type of stuff that they would sell. It's like higher scale clothing that they sell at their flagship store, but it looks like stuff that they would sell. And it looks like stuff that you're surprised that just common street riffraff like this would actually have.
Can we take it and sell it?
You might have to repair or wash it.
What about their weapons? Can I take them and could we take them and sell them or melt them down?
You could, if you had access. I mean, melting it down would be harder just because you would need access to a forge, but you could definitely resell them.
All right. Yeah, I'm willing to do that.
All right,
let's rob the robbers.
so Thoradin has an armful of, I think they were carrying scimitars.
Oh yeah, didn't Finny want one?
Yeah,
Is
I
someone like
I did.
pumping a toilet out, or?
I'm stirring my syllabub. I'm sorry.
She's missing her bread.
Syllabub, that's what it was called. I need to run upstairs, so I want to
I can
taste it when I'm
myself.
up there.
I'll bring you some. It's not ready yet.
Oh, well,
So how many
dang it.
scimitars were there? 4? 5?
All right, I'll be right back.
Myself.
There were 5.
5 scimitars. Okay.
All right,
Slap one
so
of the swooping bandits to wake them up.
Did you say 15 bayonets to wake them up?
I slap one of them. Is he awake yet?
I mean, I could use Mage Hand to
Whoa.
do uncouth
You're-
things to them.
he rolled a 20 in his Constitution check, so yeah, he woke up.
All right.
Yeah, and he's just sort of, he's like breathing heavy and doesn't quite know where he is or what day it is. Coughs a little bit.
Hey man, why'd you attack us?
What's going on? Who are you? What's happening?
You attacked us. We kicked your butt. Why'd you attack us?
Oh man. Oh. What? Hold on, let me catch my. Hold on, let me get a breath.
I need to intimidate him in some manner.
I could get my mage hand out and threaten to stick it up his butt.
I just let all my ruff out, like all my fur, and have it stand out big and maybe growl a little.
I kind of point my sword at his throat in an intimidating manner.
My mage hand grabs a hold of his balls and does not squeeze, but makes it clear that I will.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
And that's my intimidation roll.
Whoa.
Nice,
Wow.
baby.
Whoa.
I'm intimidated, and I'm on your team.
He like instantly like wakes up and like scoots, tries to like pull himself back away from the mage
just
hand.
stay right there.
And what do you want to know? What do you want? Who?
Why did you attack us?
We were hired, man. They just gave us money. They just told us they just needed to quiet you up, man. That's all they said. They said, look for you guys leaving.
Who hired you?
Leaving the manor, and so we did it. I don't know who hired us. I'm not the one in charge. I was just told to do this, and so I did it. We thought it would be an easy mark. Oh, God, please don't squeeze. Please don't squeeze. Please don't squeeze.
Who is in charge?
And he points over to the guy who's dead.
Well, I guess that means you're in charge
down
now.
here.
You just got a promotion.
Congratulations, you've been promoted.
I tighten my
don't
grip
know.
very slightly, but not enough to cause intense pain.
Yeah, his voice kind of goes up an octave and like a register higher. And he's just like, I don't know. I seriously, I do not know who hired us. He just said to come here at this time with the group. So I met up with the guys and we came here and they told us to stand there and wait for you to come into the alley. And so we waited and then you were here. And then he starts crying. And then we waited.
Roll to see if I can believe him or if he's lying.
You can do an insight check.
All right. And anyone else that wants to do anything, please feel free to hop in.
I do have him by the balls.
Yes, you do.
Here comes some insight.
That's not very.
You're not sure.
Okay.
17.
Lux, you feel like he's probably being honest with you.
I feel like he has enough incentive to tell the truth right now.
Okay.
He has at least 2 incentives.
Your clothes seem awfully nice. Where did you get them?
They gave him to us. They don't want us to be just dirty street rats. So they gave us these nicer clothes. This is the only one I have. This is the only suit I have. This is the nicest clothes that I have. I was just trying to bring
Heidi,
money
do you
back.
have to stir that nonstop?
For 5 minutes.
Oh my god.
God, I thought that was part of the sound effects that we're playing.
I thought someone else was eating
Sorry,
soup.
I'm trying to cover up my microphone, but I couldn't figure out how to.
I think she just figured it out. Oh no, I hear it stirring again.
Oh, yeah. What about your tattoos?
That's a part of our gang, man. It's just part of the gang. We all just have tattoos like this. It's just a gang mark.
What's your gang? You like the sharks or the jets?
I didn't even want to be in the gang. I didn't want to be in it.
What is your gang? The Needles?
No, the Point House, man. The Point House, the biggest thieves guild in town. It's just I couldn't get work anywhere else.
Tools on them? Alex, is there thieves tools on them anywhere?
Yes, one of them
All right,
did
I take
have
those.
a set of fairly decent thieves tools wrapped in sort of a leather attaché of some kind.
I totally grabbed those.
All right.
What about your buddy here? And I point to the guy who's still knocked out. Would he know anything? Would he be more useful than you to keep around?
What's it? Well, it's not that I'm not useful. I'm just not the one in charge. It doesn't mean that I'm not useful.
To be useful, you're not telling us anything.
I have two
squeeze tighter.
children. I have two children.
You're not having any more if you don't tell us something useful.
I have a wife. My mother-in-law lives with us. We're just trying to keep everyone fed. It's not easy. It's not easy. Please.
So I kind of look at the rest of the team and like, what should I do?
I say we knock him out and go rest.
That sounds good.
Do we want to wake up the other one and interrogate him?
I think it's worth a try.
Bunk him on the head.
Clock him over the head, and he collapses.
I have those lovely thieves tools we've been wanting now if we need to break in anymore again.
Didn't you already buy some?
No, they were expensive.
Oh, well, there you go. Make sure you add them to your inventory.
I did.
Okay.
Since I took the front run on interrogating this guy, does someone else want to try the other one?
Ooh, I want to smack this one awake, unless Thoradin wants the honor.
I don't want to hog everything.
I'm not real big. Thoradin, smack this guy awake for me.
All right, I will back and hit him, wake him up.
Yeah, he's sort of groggily.
I grab him by the balls with the mage hand now.
He sort of grunts a little bit more deeper and not quite as whiny.
I squeeze harder.
Who are you? Why'd you attack us?
You sons of bitches. Oh, you're gonna get it. You're
squeeze harder.
I poked my finger in his wound.
You're gonna get it.
All right, I start twisting a ball.
He just starts screaming and groaning.
I loosen my grip.
Who hired you? Who hired you?
I'm gonna enjoy seeing your entrails drawn across the street.
I wiggle my finger in his wound.
Pull those balls right off.
He passes out again from the pain.
Dadgummit.
All right, I castrate him. Let's go home and rest.
Oh, gosh.
Do we want to do anything to them?
I think you've done quite a few things to them.
I'm not saying murder them, but maybe like...
Well, I just castrated the difficult one.
Like, so you literally took his pants down,
Yes.
took out the twigs and berries, and did a
Just
shave.
the berries.
Just took the berries.
Oh, just the berries.
Yeah.
It's coming out.
All right, so you're now holding a bloody.
Oh, no,
penis in
I
your
don't.
hand,
My mage
or
hand
bloody
had
balls.
balls. It drops them.
Oh.
Put them in the other guy's like pocket or something.
Oh.
I put him in the other guy's mouth.
Ah, I knew you were going there.
So that's the message we're going to send in this campaign.
We've just set a precedent.
Wow.
All right.
And you guys thought me killing the dog was bad.
Oh, that's way worse than castrating a bandit. That's the fucking dog. What's wrong with you?
So,
All right.
interestingly enough, like the little fracas back here in the alleyway has attracted no attention. You
I
can
was gonna
kind of
ask
see glimpses of the main thoroughfare through some buildings.
I mean, should we have killed them?
And
We can go back and kill them quick.
That's kind of what I was asking, but I didn't exactly want to suggest murdering people because, like,
Oh, yeah, that's true. All right.
I would hope that, like, they'll probably report back to whoever that, you know, we asked some questions, but I assume that they're going to find that out anyways because we murdered everyone else, so I don't know if there's any downsides or upsides to killing them versus leaving them alive.
well, there are already. It's up to you guys. I mean, there are already 3 dead.
Right. So
I mean, I'm
depends.
okay with leaving him castrated with the other guy holding his balls in his mouth,
the
but
question is do we want them to talk or not talk? That's the thing.
And who would they talk to?
Yeah, they're gonna talk to.
all right, I can go back and cut his tongue out too if you want.
Allegedly, the guy doesn't know who they were contacted by, so he might not even know who to talk to.
I say we kill the one that wanted to act like he was going to hurt
It's
us, and the
frothy.
wussy guy will leave alive.
The guy
So-
you castrated.
Yeah, let's go back and kill the castrated guy, but leave his balls in the other guy's mouth just to make sure that he finds a better vacation.
I'm a little uncomfortable with that since he's at this point subdued and no longer a threat.
All right, I go up and slit his throat. We can go back now.
All right, so Lux just goes up and cuts the guy, and he starts bleeding out onto the cobblestone. Heidi just
We can leave the other
delivered-
guy alone, though. He was useful. I apologize to Gareth for killing the guy, but it seemed like he'd be the type that would find us later.
He had no balls.
Guys,
Well, that was a warning for the other guy.
all right, when you leave the alleyway, where are you heading? And are you going to do any sort of special arrangements with the bodies, or are you just going to leave them where they lay?
Apparently someone's just going to mutilate and kill them more.
Just one of them.
Okay.
You killed the other guys.
I didn't kill
the one
anyone.
that's still alive, I would like to just sort of tuck away so that any... So
Your
just
mic
kind
was
of tuck
shorting
them
out
away
there a
behind
little
the
bit.
Dumpster, whatever the medieval version of the dumpster is.
Some
So
crates.
just pull them like back into a side alley or something.
Yeah, yeah. Untie them and stick them in the midden.
So you do want to keep the one living one tied up. But anyway, so you want to tuck the one living one sort of away behind something tied
and
up.
untie him.
Oh,
Untie
and
him.
untie him. Okay.
Should
And
we
then the
leave
other
him like a
ones-
little note in blood or something? Make better choices?
I think he already wants to make better choices.
Yeah, he has testicles in his mouth. I think that's
yeah,
gonna.
I think
That's
at
your
that
note.
point-
Yeah, life's pretty low right now.
He's hit rock bottom, I think, tonight. And so where are the rest of you going to head after this?
I think, aren't I staying on the ship with Finn?
Yeah,
You-
it's a
you did
safe
the
place and
previous
it's easily
night, yeah.
defensible. So why don't we all just go back there to heal up?
Is there room for all of us there?
You're all welcome to come with me.
Gareth, you gonna join us?
I mean, I'd probably go back to my parents' house because that's where all my stuff is. And if I want my shield and all my other weaponry and all that, it would probably be in armor. It would probably be good to, have it.
I mean, we'd offer to go with you and then bring you back with us, but I know we're not exactly what your parents want to see.
I mean, we can do that too, but either way, I think I should definitely get, my equipment.
Well, it's up to you. We can go with you and just hang around the corner. I mean, that's totally fine. I need to stop at this just in to get my stuff too, and then I'll head to the boat.
Yeah, it's on the way
I think
to the
we
boat.
should stay
so that'll be
together
all right.
given the...
I think we should stay together, though.
Yeah.
I think people are out for us.
Okay. What makes the most sense from where we are versus where we need to go?
Where's your
Stopping
parents'
at your house first because it says right there, the manor.
Ah, thank
Okay,
you.
so we're already pretty close to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
The names were on top of it for me.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna swing by my parents' house and grab my stuff.
All right.
Okie-dokie.
And then you can go down to this just in
Mm-hmm.
All right.
to get Thoradin's stuff. And you do so with no additional issues.
I tell my parents good night and that I love them.
Oh.
Aw.
They say, "Who are you?"
And then
just
Lux
kidding.
tries to kill them.
No, your parents were nearby. That's another reason I killed that bandit. He could have found them. He might have recognized you.
He might have.
And then-
Yeah.
Lux is really confused as to why Gareth's so upset this guy that tried to kill him is dead.
It's not. I don't think it's so much that. I think it's that he was helpless at that point.
Yeah, but she can't process that because if he was helpless, he wouldn't have been threatening people in her mind.
There's a
Like
threat.
yeah.
It's a different character mindset, and that's okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I respect that. I'm just saying that's why my character is confused. She doesn't seem to
I'm
understand.
not
why.
arguing against you. I'm just saying that Gareth is just a little upset with that.
Oh, I know, and I'm just continuing the game. Is that Lux is a little confused?
Okay.
He's judging you silently. You all are familiar with White Cap
Just Lux.
in the evening, so everything else looks pretty much like a normal midweek evening. You guys try to hide your various wounds and bruises as best as you can as you move through town, and Thoradin stops by
I got hit
the.
by an arrow or something, right?
You got shot by a crossbow, yeah, I believe at one point.
Crossbow bolt. Where did it hit me? In the shoulder?
Let's.
'Cause
I think I have a table for that. Yep, I do. There you go. Torso, left shoulder.
Okay, I need to pull that sucker out. Kind of hard to disguise.
I can pull it out for you. Am I strong enough to do that?
No, the problem is you can't reach it.
That's true.
Get on my shoulders. Here, get on my shoulders.
I stand on Thoradin's shoulders, and by her powers combined, we're almost as tall as Finn.
Form of totem pole.
And then you make your way down to the dock where you get on board the ship. How is your captain with this bringing of guests on board every night, the last couple of nights?
They certainly were fine with Lux. Although they were a little concerned about the amount that she drank, but they're glad to see me. It's like a welcome home party, so of course they expect me to bring my friends home.
I think they were mostly worried about her health more than anything.
Basically college.
And I was fine.
Yep.
They assumed you were like a 12-year-old girl and just
Right.
boozing it up. They didn't know you were a Kyle.
Yeah. Kron is pretty concerned about our injuries, though. Like to see to us, make sure we're okay. So between him as a druid and, I guess he is the ship doctor, so he patches us up as best as he can.
And everyone's sleeping on board.
Yep, on deck.
Yeah.
The best place to sleep.
Sure.
I hope Gareth doesn't mind roughing it.
I'm
Get
fine
it?
with that.
Roughing it.
Oh, I see.
Gareth is
what you
like,
did there.
what kind of roll would it be to see if Gareth gets that?
It'd be a
Intelligence.
wisdom. It'd be a wisdom check.
Wisdom. No,
He didn't get it.
not.
No.
Gareth just kind of stares at you like, huh, okay.
Roughing it, yeah. We'll do that.
Yeah, you're right. The water is a little rough tonight.
So you're able to spend an eventless night on board the vessel. Go ahead and do a long rest in D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I did it.
You did it.
I feel better.
I feel better.
The next day, you get up, and are you just going to have breakfast on the ship, or are you going to go out and try to go to a place to eat, or how do you want to handle that?
What's available on ship? Like, do they only have like Cap'n Crunch, or do they have like
Pretty much.
No, I want eggs and bacon and ale.
I want some avocado toast.
Good.
You're going to have to go deep into town for that.
I was gonna say.
Shall we go eat at this just in?
Yeah, I think that's a great. We'll get some morning biscuits and tepid stew. It'd be great.
Yeah, they don't have
Keep,
avocado toast specifically, but they do have gruel that's been sitting out long enough to turn green. If that's
Hey.
it's close enough.
Slice
Yeah.
that up and toast it.
I want to kind of look around and see if I see anybody that looks like they're part of the Weavers Guild. Anyone with like needle tattoos or like anything like that.
No, not in this just in, but to advance the storyline a little bit, I was going to say that you kind of spend a good portion of the afternoon sort of questioning and going around to different places and asking people about this particular thing, and you eventually find out during the course of your investigations during the day that the trail sort of leads to this place in Little Wum, which is the district up here, and specifically a tavern called the Careless Bird. Apparently, this particular guild likes to hang out there a bit, and you might be able to get some information there. So we will advance.
Is that something we want to do?
That sounds good to me.
Well, I want to offer up. I have 4 of these scimitars, other than one I'm going to go ahead and keep. But I've got 4 more. Does anybody want one, or can we stop along the way and sell them if nobody wants them? Maybe cash them in for a heal potion.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice if we could trade for that. That'd be great.
I don't
Would it be
think the
worth-
sanctuary would accept weapons as a trade,
We could
but
probably-
you could sell them for the equivalent amount of gold, and then use the gold to purchase a potion of healing.
Now, would it be worth keeping one of the scimitars just so we can like find whoever hired them and like drop it down in front of them and say something badass like, "You forgot this," although something that's actually badass and not what I said.
I like the drama. That's
You can do
fine.
it.
I know I
that
want
could be
to.
a good intimidation technique.
All right, so let's sell 3 of them. Is that enough then for the potion of healing? What are they worth?
Who's doing the talking at the blacksmith?
It should probably not be me. I have no charisma.
Let's see. My charisma's not good, but I am a blacksmith, and so I know what I'm talking about. And my perception is good. Would perception help me here?
How is your persuasion?
My persuasion is I get +2 or +1.
All right, you could try a persuasion.
What about Gareth? He's all noble and shit.
My persuasion is +4.
Oh, let's give them to you.
Yes, he's got the good.
But I don't know if any Thorin skills of being a blacksmith would be more of a.
Well, I can stand there and make sure they don't snooker you, but you can do the talking.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's
That
good.
sounds
And
like
I'll
a
wait
good
outside with Finny.
I'll just be your subject expert.
Okay. So should I do a persuasion roll?
Sure.
Nice. Oh,
Oh,
Not so much.
I thought that was going to be an 18.
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
So
right.
the highest they're willing to go is 8 gold for each of them.
Let's
They're
try Bear
just
Daddies.
they're just not in good quality. There's blood all over the hilt of this one. I just don't. It's going to be hard to
It's all
resell
mixed
this.
up.
So what's that? 24 gold out of this? Out of the 3? What did you guys pay for the healing last time?
I shake my fist through the window.
Tiny bit.
Ineffectually, they weren't even looking your
Ineffectually.
direction. They didn't even see it.
What did
So
you
what
guys
did?
pay?
Yeah, I was trying to remember.
time?
What did you guys pay for? I know you talked them down a
like
bit.
50 or something.
Yeah, it was like 50 gold.
Oh, did you not? You weren't able to talk them down at all?
Persuasion's not our thing.
I was gonna say we pay high and sell low.
Well, you could just pocket
we're selling
the
3 of them
24.
tell them we'll go 10.
Yeah, why not negotiate? That makes
You've
sense.
already negotiated. The roll was part of the
That was
negotiation.
negotiation.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was negotiation.
That's where you ended up.
I mean, we don't need them, so that sucks. But
Right.
All right. So, all right. So I'll take the 3 of them out of my inventory and I'll just add 24 gold, right? And then we'll go shopping for a potion.
So you approach the front of the Careless Bird. There's a sort of a crude etching of a pelican tripping over a fish on the signpost out front of the door. It's not a huge place. It's only single story. It's not an inn. It's just strictly drinks and maybe food, whatever they happen to have on hand.
ciabatta.
And the front door opens to basically just dirt, where people bring up their horses and whatnot. But beyond that, you're on the far side of like the southwestern part of town. So outside of this is just farm field to further southwest, just fields as far as you can see.
That's pretty.
And
Sorry, what's the name of this place again?
the Careless Bird.
All right, thanks.
What was the name, Alex?
The Careless Bird. Jacob?
That's my
The
name.
Careless Bird.
The cardless word. Got it.
Exactly. So you go ahead and move through the doors which are there. The other ones are windows. That's a window. That's a window.
Awesome.
But the doors are there in the middle.
That's a door.
That's a
Yeah.
door? The big
Those are
black
double
thing?
doors.
Oh, it looks a lot taller than one story from where we were standing.
You probably can't move through that because there's a block. So let me go ahead and open a door for you. Squeak. Doors open. So this is the Careless Bird. Only a few people inside. 5 people total, other than yourselves. There's a pair of gentlemen on the far side, sort of next to the stage, they're kind of having a little arm wrestling competition with a third guy, sort of moderating. And then up at the bar, there's the bartender and a guy sitting at the bar having a beverage.
All right.
Do we notice anyone having any kind of tattoo?
Make a perception check.
18.
9. With my +5, I got a 9.
2. I am barely aware I'm in a bar.
He's still thinking about the testicle calling.
Yep.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, it's
Rough.
really
She
it's
said
it's
rough. What did she mean?
I just sent you a private whisper, Lux.
I tell the group that I don't see any tattoos anywhere.
I
Should
should
we-
be
That's pretty-
thinking about looking under my fur and waggle my
Like-
eye, right?
The guy at the
I-
bar sort of looks your direction, kind of gives you a little half nod of acknowledgement, and then goes back to cleaning whatever glass he's cleaning or moving a keg over or whatever he's doing back there. Just normal bartending stuff.
I
Should
think
we-
the polite thing to do would be to order a drink, because that's always the best way to be on an establishment, right?
I would agree with that.
So
I agree.
hop up on a bar stool here.
All right. So Finney moves over and easily. It's a little short for you,
Yeah.
but you
I
sort
hunker
of
down on a stool.
you kind of
and
tuck
I-
your tail in. When you sit, does your tail go straight up? Do you tuck it to the side, or does it go between your
depends on the
legs?
situation. It usually
only
kind of
only when
comes
she's
out-
happy.
I sit at the bar next to Gareth. He looks uncomfortable.
Yeah, I surreptitiously help Lux up onto the stool.
Bartender walks over and says, "Hey, welcome to the Careless Bird. What can I get for you?"
Do you carry gin?
No.
How about a nice frothy ale?
Do you have
I
a
could do that for you.
syllabub?
God bless you, and no.
He's like, takes way too long to make it. Forget it.
Right? Too much whisking.
Yeah, that's
Kind
like
of it,
five.
please.
That's 5 minutes of frothing. I can't afford that kind of time.
I'll take a nice ale.
All right, so he gets 4 mugs out. These
Same.
wooden mugs, and sort of sets them on the table, on the bar, and then actually he takes them over to one of the barrels in the back of the bar and kind of fills them all up and brings them back over to you and sets them down.
So can Finn purse her lips like a
Can Finn purse her lips
so
like
she
a
can
what?
drink, like a cartoon dog, so that she can drink out of a cup? Okay.
There's enough non-dog in you to, yes, you can create a vacuum with your lips and actually drink from a cup, yes.
Open your mouth and down the hatch.
Yeah, just open it. And
Like
pour
a
it.
shot glass,
Great.
but in a mug size.
Should
It
we
is basically a shot glass.
perhaps do we notice anything about the guy at the end of the bar? Does he look drunk, sober, friendly?
He looks like, and most of you have been in a number of bars before, so he looks just like a regular bar goer that you would see in a place like this. Probably lives next door, is probably in here every day. He probably sits
That's
at
useful.
that exact same bar stool.
Is he worried that 4 strangers just came in and populated the whole bar?
Yeah, how is he looking at us?
Nah, he's not. He doesn't seem particularly uptight. He's just paying attention to his drink, and he and the
asked if he comes here
bartender are
often.
chit-chatting. And he shrugs. Yeah, pretty much every day.
Seems like a fine establishment.
No, it's a shithole. But
The ale's good and bitter, though.
the ale is decent. I like the people who work here. We get some some interesting people in here from time to time, but it's all right. I like it.
Decent crowd, then?
No, that's why I like it. There's not much of a crowd here often. This is pretty
Anything
much
strange as of late?
anything
the gossip?
strange.
Yeah.
For you in here is kind of strange, but other than that, there's not too much happening. I mean, we get no offense, we get gnolls in here from time to time, but usually they stick closer to port because they're just coming off ship, getting a drink, and going right back on board again. So this, deep into town, usually a special occasion for something like that. But me
It's my
myself,
birthday.
Raise
like
my
seeing you in
glass
here.
like I'm toasting him.
It's my
raises
birthday.
his.
That's why she's in town.
Hey, happy birthday to you, my friend.
Thank you.
Oh, in fact,
As if you
you know
were
what?
the guy at a
You know
bar
what? You know what? I'm gonna buy you a birthday drink.
Why, thank you.
What's your name? Your name is already Yanis. Yanis, set her up with a drink. Now
I chug the one in my hand and pick up the next ale.
Right, Tara. Your kind. We don't see much of you in here, so this is very interesting. I like it.
We get around.
Yeah, I like it. We need to have more, more togetherness, more people coming together, having a drink together.
I think we should get this guy real drunk.
Yes.
Oh, you
think
think
he already
he's?
is.
Yeah, he pretty much he's at 80% at average level. That's normal for him.
Being a Ratara, it's sometimes really difficult to get some good fitting clothes. I'm always looking for someone that can make me some custom clothes. Do you know any places where I could find someone that could do that?
He kind of looks down at his own collection of sort of threadbare medieval wear, just a tunic and the trousers and some.
I don't need anything fancy. I just want something that fits.
Well, what I was gonna say was, do I look like a person who keeps tabs on the latest fashion and where to buy clothes?
Oh, I'm not looking for fashion. You look comfortable.
I have had this shirt for 8 years. The last
Nice.
8 years, same shirt. 8 years.
I got this at Goodwill. It has pockets.
Pockets are important. Pockets are important. I will drink to pockets. And he raises his mug to pockets, and then
To pockets.
drinks
I
back.
drink to pockets.
Garrett, you have all the
winning in this arm
charisma
wrestling
here.
over-
Talk him up.
You know these guys?
Who, the guy's arm wrestling back there?
Yeah. Who usually wins?
I don't know them. I mean, they've been in here before. I don't know who they are, though.
Do we have his name?
3 of them.
Who's this guy that you're talking to?
Yeah.
I was afraid you were going to ask that. His name is...
George.
I should have already had this pulled up. No, I'm not going to name anyone in my campaign world George. Maybe
George is
Barry. I would go Barry, but I would not go
Barry's
George.
a great name for a drunk guy in a bar.
Barry. I'm just going to name him Barry. His name is Barry.
Yep. But it's funny because it's Berry.
With an apostrophe, like a weird, umlaut, over one of the letters. So how old are you turning this year? Since it's your birthday and all.
Sorry, I don't know how old I am. I'm looking. I will be 42 this year.
Hey, 42. I remember when I turned 42. That was a horrible year for me. But, hopefully your year will be better.
I'm still pretty young and spry.
You are. I would say that. Hello.
So I asked Barry if those guys let outsiders challenge them to arm wrestling.
I've seen him arm wrestle others from time to time, sure.
All right, I'm gonna meander my way over there.
At a certain point, the activity just sort of stops. And the one that's standing up sort of turns to the side and looks, and the other two that are seated just sort of slowly turn and look at you, and they wait for you to speak.
I say, hello, gents. I see you're challenging others to arm wrestling. I would welcome an opportunity to vest your winner.
Well, aren't there any holes you should be digging?
Hell.
I take a half step toward them. What'd you say?
My ears are pricked towards them now.
I
Excuse
said,
me?
aren't there any holes you should be digging, dwarf?
Not unless you plan on me putting you in it.
Nice.
Nice
Kept
comeback.
over here to enjoy her ale and watch the show.
Gareth spins to look at the conversation now.
I'm going to give you an inspiration
yeah,
card for that comeback. Just for that comeback, you get an
That was
inspiration
pretty good.
card. What was it?
You gain an advantage on a dexterity-based roll.
Ooh, nice. They just sort of, one seems semi-impressed with your comeback. The other one is just sort of just kind of huffing, and he's like, all right, I'll take you on. You wanna wrestle?
I wasn't looking for trouble, but I certainly wasn't looking for smart mouthing. But
Yeah,
I'll throw my arm down.
Now we got a bid on this table. You think you can afford it? We got 5 silver on the table.
Oh yeah, we can afford that.
Yep.
Look like you can't though. Him and Haw a little bit.
Can I make a perception roll of like what size these guys up, or the guy I'm going to go?
Sure. Yeah,
Get a
perception's
feel.
good.
Nice.
Holy crap.
Okay.
Yeah, I can tell what underwear he's wearing.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a boxer's guy. You're a boxer's guy.
He's Jewish. You can tell. He's the one that was just speaking is definitely the larger of the two. Slightly skinnier left hand, slightly more robust right hand. Definitely a guy. I mean, he's got those hands and fingers that just look well worked. Like this
a
is
guy.
Definitely a guy, huh? Okay.
definitely a guy who he's well worked. I mean, his hands.
Gotcha.
He's a working man. He.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, like, I'm a strength of 18, so I'm trying, like, I know what I'm capable of, so I'm trying to figure out, like, do I feel like I can totally take this guy, or it's going to be a challenge, or I'm in over my head?
You don't feel like you're in over your head.
Okay. Then, yeah. All right. So I say 5 silver.
Yeah.
Let's do
All right. Yeah, you got it. You good for it?
I'm good.
Guy puts his elbow on the table, puts his hand up, lets you take a hold of it, and we'll just do an opposed strength check. Yeah, you didn't do well.
Hold on.
Wow.
Let's see what he got.
Can I use my inspiration of supporter to do a +2 to any player character for ability or combat roll?
Next match you can definitely, but this particular one, this first one, it's a close fight. Very close. Like at one point you have his hand almost down, but then he sort of rallies and comes back, and he's able to just finally get your knuckles, boosh, onto the table. And first round,
Through one.
Thoradin
do a
loses.
3-4, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Go double or nothing.
Yep.
All right, so he collects your 5 silver off the table.
All right.
You ready for, you want to go for round 2?
Absolutely.
All right.
I'm going to throw down my supporter card and I'm going to say go over the top. I don't know how to actually throw the card down, or if you have to...
Just drag it onto the desktop. So you're using an inspiration
okay,
card?
there it goes.
Oh,
It
look
wouldn't
at
let
that.
me do it when I had it in big end.
Okay. So grant +2 to another
Nice.
player character for any ability or combat roll.
That's really nice.
That is less like. All
It's
right.
like the ultimate ally card.
Gareth is there, like in the background, like giving you thumbs up. Like, you can do it. Whoa.
So that's the...
All right, let's see what he rolls. Not nearly good enough. So the second time, you kind of bring it in, and not as close as the first match at all. You guys kind of go push back and forth for a little bit, but then he starts getting weak, and then you bring him down and kaboosh on the tabletop, and he loses. And you get 10 silver.
I mean, I think
5
at
back
20
plus another 5.
I think at 25 against 13, he's going to, like, basically break that guy's hand.
It's a 23.
Plus
the
2.
Plus
support.
his 2 for his support.
Oh, that's true. Do you
That's
want
a
to?
25 versus 13. That ain't even close.
You're not wrong. So do you want to go like whole hog, or are you gonna just do enough just to win?
Oh, I don't mind cracking his knuckle on the table.
All
I
right.
won't be digging
So
with that hand.
he holds for a second, and then you just sort of slam it down, rattles the tabletop. A candlestick kind of knocks over to the side.
Bar catches on fire, we all die.
He pulls back, sort of shakes his knuckles like, oh. All right.
Did I
All
get you
right.
that time?
Yeah. A little bit. Best, kind of blows on his knuckles. Best 2 out of 3.
It's a deal. So I put my 5 gold back on.
Silver.
5 silver. Thank you.
This time, let's go for real money. And he puts a gold piece on the table.
Does that inspiration continue?
No, that was just for the one.
Does the guy have any sort of disadvantage from being hit so hard last time?
No,
Okay.
no. It's all part of the game.
All right.
Wait, we do have that sweet, sweet scimitar money.
That's
Why did
true.
my tavern music stop?
There you go.
I think we could certainly afford a gold piece.
Okay.
Or I guess we're eventually trying to get information out of this guy.
Yeah.
Or are we just
Yeah.
side questing?
No, I'm trying to gain his a little bit gaining his respect. So
Got it.
besting him. All right, we ready to go again?
Yep.
Come on, Aaron. Oh.
It's pretty good.
Is that an 11 or a 13? I can't
That's
tell.
a
on my-
17.
He has plus
Oh,
6.
down there. Oh, I see. Sorry.
It's the roll was an 11 and you had a plus 6.
Yeah. 11D.
Oh my god. So you bust his hand down so hard that the corner of the table actually breaks off. And it's like in slow motion where you just bring it down and wood just splinters out and flies across the room. And he kind of leans back in his chair and just falls over after
I think you
let
should
go
offer
of
to
his
buy him a
hand.
drink.
And
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
I give him an arm up, and then I turned to the bartender and said, "Get this guy a drink." But I grabbed my gold piece.
Yeah, spend the silver on the beer.
Yeah.
he shakes his head and says, "Ooh, I knew you lot were strong, but holy cow."
That happens from all the digging.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let me tell you something. My dad was a digger. I know how it is.
So what's going on in these parts? So what's going on around here?
Arm wrestling. That's that's pretty much it.
Any
Do you
happenings in this
give
town?
So his buddy is like sort of standing behind the table. He pulls up a chair from that nearby table and sort of sits down. Guys at the bar that were sort of watching the festivities over at the arm wrestling table sort of turn back to their business. Barry and the bartender. What'd I say his name was? Yaris?
Yeah.
Yanni.
Giannis.
Yanni. Hey, how much is an ale so I can take that out of my bill?
Ale here, you're looking at like 6 copper. It's not much.
All right.
So you sit and chat with these guys for a while.
Okay.
Whoever has the highest persuasion in the group, go ahead and make a roll for me.
I think that would be Gareth.
What am I persuading?
Oh man.
Damn it.
Nobody.
Nice. and whoever else is doing an amount of talking can also roll persuasion check. Wow.
Yeah, that's about standard.
Lux gets
I
kicked
burped
out.
very loudly.
Lux gets kicked out of the establishment.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
All right, Finny, you
Finny,
see
wanna get in on
that
this?
everyone else
Not really, but
is doing really poorly.
I did not
Suddenly,
think that'd be any help, but you never know.
Does anybody have any inspiration cards?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. And I have 0 plus 0, so
Who let the dogs out? All right.
I have plus 0 as well. Don't feel bad.
they're dog people. What can I say?
so you find out through talking with Barry at the bar and the arm wrestling guy that the needle mark is a common mark of the Tullamore Weaver Guild. They use, and Gareth probably is familiar with this, the Tullamore, the main sort of their storefront is they have a Medusa head sort of logo that they use on their signage with a pair of large fangs, but as far as like clothing and stuff goes, they often wear like these needle pendants to sort of signify that they're in the guild. Not only is it a sort of the mark of the Tullamores, it's also the mark of what's called the Point House Thieves Guild. I would think that Lux or Thoradin would be more familiar with as far as Thieves Guild in town. The Point House, they operate out of Little Wum, which is the district that you're in right now. The arm wrestling guy tells you about this weekly fight club that the point house runs out of a warehouse down towards the docks in Southport. They just sort of just have these like open brawl matches where members of the Thieves Guild just sort of get together and just beat the crap out of each other. Their next fight club is supposed to be the evening of today, like tonight is going to be the next one. And he gives you like sort of directions of where the warehouse is and how to get there and everything. It's not really his thing. He's not really into the whole punching thing. He likes arm wrestling, but that's about it. So yeah, that's the information that you find out from these guys. And I have to take a bio break. Does anyone else need to use a bathroom or anything?
I'll take a wine break.
Well, okay, take a wine break.
Yeah, I need an alcohol.
Okay.
Will you
So
bring me one alcohol from upstairs?
So like take 5 or so, and then we'll be right back.
Sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good.
My complexion's so bad, I hate to go out. Don't be a square. Try Ting, the faster way to clear up pimples.
Yes, doctors' half-face tests prove Ting medicated cream dries up pimples more effectively than any other product tested. Here's why. Boys and girls have overactive oil glands. Excess oil clogs pores, causes pimples. But Ting blots up oil faster, more completely than other products. In lab tests, Ting completely absorbed oil in 15 minutes. Hours later, other products still had not. No, hiding pimples won't help heal them. No mere cover-up can work like Ting's antiseptic medication. Remember, doctors' half-face tests prove Ting better in every case. Better than any other remedy tested. Applied at bedtime, greaseless, stainless Ting dries to oil-absorbing powder that clings all night. Even helps heal acne-type blemishes. Don't let externally caused pimples spoil your fun. Get Ting medicated cream, T-I-N-G. See thrilling.
When this dead hand moves, the monster created by a man they called Mad is turned loose to strike terror into the hearts of men. To shock women into uncontrolled hysteria. To prey upon the innocence of children. This is the story you heard about, talked about. The spine-tingling, blood-chilling story that stunned your emotions. Frankenstein. Don't touch that!
I don't think that I'd be very useful in this fighting ring.
I have the reach, but I'm not much for
Just
it.
because they have a fight club doesn't mean you have to fight in it.
I know. I was wondering. I'm like, I mean, we could do this. We could try this. I'm actually pretty good with my fists and got lots of health, but
It might just be for members of the Thieves Guild.
it could be. I think if we crash their party, there might be upset. But it might be if we can get in and they would accept that. Maybe it would be it could be a socializing opportunity.
Yeah, that or they'll have it out for us already. We were on the hit list.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring anything value to the party other than because they'll pickpocket you very quickly.
All right, so you guys spend a couple of hours here at the Careless Bird, hanging out, getting to know the people, getting this information and everything.
There's did we learn anything about the princess or the scuttlebutt in town or anybody that was jumped down the road maybe?
Nothing that you didn't already know. I mean, there's a split in the population as to whether the return of the influence of the crown is a good thing or a bad thing. Some people like sort of the resurgence. Most people like the resurgence of the town and the rebuilding of the market and of trade. But some people are really kind of resentful of the fact that the crown left when things got bad, and now that things are getting good again, they suddenly come back to take all the credit, and they're a little resentful of that. So it's a mixture of opinions when it comes to that sort of thing. You know, there's additional support since the crown is coming back that brings in additional military support from Terragir and from the additional troops that are brought over from Delafran to help back them up. And so that's a good thing. But at the same time, they weren't here when they were really needed. So, you know, big deal.
A little bit of resentment going on.
Yeah.
Gareth have an opinion on this, as he comes from a noble?
Monetarily, the Legant trade has definitely benefited from the increase and the boost to Whitecap. As people are starting to return and trade is starting to return, the family is definitely seeing a benefit, and the company, you know, the lumber trade.
Seeing the money.
But at what cost?
I mean, it's money. It's free.
Money is free. I tell that to all the people that I rob. Like, this is free money. Just give it to me. They're like, nah, don't steal my money. Whatever. All right, so what would you like to do after you sort of get the sense that, you know, things, you've sort of learned what you can at the Careless Bird and the conversations have wind down? What would you like to do now? Do you want to go take a look at this warehouse? Is there anything you need to do beforehand?
I think we should check in on this whole potion of healing thing.
Yeah, that seems to be something we keep.
Wishing we had.
Like going to buy a third?
We could go see if there's any kind of work I could do for them to earn us a third.
It's only been a day since you were there. You doubt that there's anything has changed in the last 24 hours, though it's possible?
Because I don't feel like we have the 24, 25 gold now.
Yay!
Mm-hmm.
They're 50 gold apiece, though, aren't they?
Correct. Yeah, the potions of healing are
or maybe
50
more
each.
with our bartering skills.
Exactly.
I do think we probably need more than two. There's 4 of us, and 2 of us. I mean, I've got a lot of hit points, but I'm up front a lot too. But like if particularly if Lux took a hit, I might be in trouble.
Guess
I mean,
we
want to scope this out to see if there's a place we can sort of hide and.
I think what the next step is. I mean, I think we should probably try to go.
So the warehouse that they told you about is located here.
My stealth is +2.
Mine is +2, but I have disadvantage due to my chainmail.
You're all clanky.
I'm a clanky boy.
So I'm stealthier than. Am I the most stealthy?
Yeah, but you're also the most fighty.
I am the most fighty.
Yeah, you're not wearing any armor, that's why.
I'm a little hesitant to go rolling up in here, considering they just put a hit out on us last night.
Yeah. Are there other people too, or is it just the people?
TV members.
It sounds like that they are specifically. It sounds like they are specifically. The Fight Club is held specifically for Point House members, for members of the Thieves Guild.
So, how would y'all feel about hanging around outside till the end and snatching somebody to see if we can get some information? I mean, I don't think us rolling up in there and asking to fight's going to end well.
No, I don't think that's going to end well. And hanging around outside might be odd because we're not really.
It's not that far off from this just in, though.
I mean, Gareth could because he's gonna, but the rest of us might be a little out of norm. We'd draw suspicion.
Well, it's still like mid-afternoon. You could just walk down to Southport just to take a look at the place.
Yeah,
sure, we could case it out.
Case the joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you say goodbye to your fellows at the Careless Bird, and you make your way southwest through town, down the main thoroughfare into Southport, and you eventually find this 2-story warehouse, which, at least on first glance, as you're walking up to it down the street, appears to be just a normal port warehouse. They're sort of bringing in crates and barrels, bringing stuff in, loading stuff out. There are it's sort of an L-shaped building, and the main trunk of the L has doors, big like loading doors on either side that are open, and they're just, bringing stuff in, loading stuff out, guys bringing out all the crates and the heavy stuff, loading them on wagons, that sort of thing. It seems like a fairly routine warehouse operation.
That's what I was going to ask, is if anything looks suspicious, but routine sounds not suspicious.
Not suspicious, no. It seems very routine. But the way that they described it at the Careless Bird is that this is something that happens after hours, like when the warehouse is closed. Then this Thieves Guild comes in. Maybe they have an arrangement with the owner, and they hold their little puncheon party once a week in this place.
I don't know. What do y'all thinking?
Unless we can sneak somebody in during the daytime to case it out and just sit in the corner and just to observe, I don't know that going in, like you say, just.
I mean, do we have to follow up on this, or do we just keep this noted for future questing?
This is the biggest lead that you've had so far.
Yeah.
And it fits the MO. I mean, why would the Weavers Guild have street rogues ambushing people when a Thieves Guild, an actual Thieves Guild with the same sort of mark?
Yeah. What if they go? The guy that we talked to said he doesn't go, right? He just hears about it.
Right.
So maybe it's not that. Maybe it's a meeting of a different sort, and they're saying it's a fight club or something. If we went,
is there anywhere that looks like we could hide?
There are lots of places to hide sort of around the building. It's sort of tightly tucked into other buildings, and it is a 2-story building, and there's a set of wooden stairs going up to sort of this upper platform on the second floor with a door that goes inside, and plus the 2 main entrances plus a side entrance. So on the first floor, there are 3 different ways to get in, and then on the second floor, there's one way to get in from the looks of it.
I mean, does it seem like a good day to die to y'all?
If we do, I would want to, keep the door close by to our back so we can escape. But with entanglement, we could slow a bunch of them down while we escape if we just felt like we needed to retreat.
If they're grouped in the area and they don't make their saving throw.
Yeah, true.
But even if they do make a saving throw, depending on where it goes, at least that's going to slow them down.
Yeah, you're right. You won't be able to run at us as fast.
I mean, I just want to make sure our back is always to the door and close. We always have a retreat exit. Other than that, I feel like we could go and at least check it out. We don't have to cause trouble. Of course, if we find trouble, we just want to make sure we can exit.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, I'm always looking for a fight, so that's fine with me.
All right, so what would you like to do? You want to hang out and sort of observe the warehouse during the day? Do you want to go off and do other things?
What are the buildings surrounding it like?
Mostly business. I mean, it's most buildings in Whitecap have some sort of business on the main floor, and then residences on the second floor. If they are 2-story, many of the buildings are only 1-story. But
I wonder if we could approach this building and ask about. No, we're looking for a place.
The building that they are in.
Yeah.
Is it currently? Can we tell if it's currently occupied?
The warehouse that you've been watching?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been. There's been. You can't tell from the ground because there aren't any windows, so you don't know what's happening on the second floor. But there's definitely a ton of activity coming in and out of the first floor.
So we could play dumb and just go find somebody to start asking about renting the top floor and be like, oh, hey, what's going on here? Oh, this is cool. Let's watch.
I mean, my family might need to rent some space for reasons of a wood nature.
Oh, that's good. And you have the highest persuasion.
Yeah,
I mean, I do have a
just-
high persuasion modifier, we'll say.
I say you go ask if there's anyone that you could speak with about renting.
I need a large open area to store my wood.
Yes, please do that.
I think we try to
I think you should.
try to see if there's any way I can get any more information. Ask about renting some storage area.
So who are you looking for as you walk up to this warehouse?
Who's
I mean,
the most in charge looking person?
Yeah, someone that looks like the foreman of the group, or
Are you going into the building, or are you just sort of loitering outside?
Or why wouldn't you just say to whoever that come by, like, hey, who would I talk to about? No.
I mean, is there like a security guard? Is there?
No security guards.
Then I guess I grab the first person I see and say, hey, who would I want to talk to about this?
It's you grab just like a random like loader, just like a grunt, and he's like, go talk to Hervé over there. He might know something.
All right.
And he points over to his right.
Okay, I find that person.
Hervé is this kind of Danny DeVito looking character. Because with a name like Hervé, what else are you gonna have? And
Right.
Is he Hervé?
Hervé. And he looks up at you as you walk up. This is a short guy. He's like 4'8", human,
So taller than
but
you.
just short.
Yeah. Fun to
And
look
So we make him feel tall. That should be good.
at least half of your group makes them feel tall. Wait, no. Yes, half
Yes.
of your group. Yes.
Yep. Finn does not.
He looks at you like, what? I'm busy here. What?
Who would I need to talk to about maybe renting some space in this warehouse?
There is no space in this warehouse. It is completely in use. What are you looking for?
Say it. Do it.
She said that out loud. She's like, say it, do it. Come on.
Need a place to put my wood.
I don't know. I mean, this warehouse is we're completely booked top to bottom. I don't even know what to tell you.
Any area in it coming open anytime soon? This would be a really good area for me to put it. It's not too away from the docks. It's pretty close to where my wood likes to come and my wood likes to go.
Whoa.
Oh,
Does he rock back on his heel and thrust his head?
I'm growing slightly uncomfortable with this conversation. What you wanted? I guess you could go talk to Erico. Erico, he owns the building. It's who we lease it through.
And is his office just inside or something? No,
it's not even here. I think it's up in where is his office? Hey, do you know where Erico's office is? Is up in Crown Hill? It's up in Crown Hill. That's where they most of the real estate offices are up in Crown Hill.
You should ask him if we could take a look around.
Can I just take a look around and see if this is could even handle my wood?
Yeah, you go and take a look around. Don't go upstairs, but yeah, you could look around.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Hervey.
Hervey.
All right.
you're gonna call him that after your comment?
He is. They're besties now. It's basically just one, like if you imagine again the L shape and the main trunk of the L, it's all basically one open sort of space up through the second floor, and is just crates and barrels stacked everywhere in this warehouse. You could tell that off on like the arm of the L, like the lower line shape, there are maybe some offices up or something up on the second floor, Same on
Can
the
I,
first floor as well. But
Do I notice any tattoos on any of the workers?
you did not see any. You did not see needle tattoos of any kind.
When we were outside and we saw the steps going upstairs and there was a door, were there any windows? Would it do me any good to try to walk up those steps and peek in a window?
Were no windows on the second floor. Is basically steps up to sort of an upper patio with with a door going in up on the second floor, and the walls, the outer walls are all stone.
I take out my quill and paper so it looks like I'm taking notes for Gareth, so we seem a little more legitimate here.
Okay. Yeah, you walk around with a orange vest and a hard hat, and you can get in anywhere.
Is there any way? I mean, is it well trafficked and monitored? Like one of us could just like slip away and sneak upstairs, or is it too well trafficked?
There's a lot of traffic. This is this is midweek business time, so there's a lot of foot traffic and a lot of cargo traffic.
What kind of stuff is stored in here? Like, could I accidentally bump into something to knock it over to create a distraction while someone runs upstairs?
You could possibly create a distraction. You don't see, other than the stairs on the outside of the building, you don't see any stairs on the inside where all the cargo is stored, all of the crates and barrels and sacks and everything. It might be in one of the inner rooms, but in this main warehouse area, you don't see any way up to the second floor.
Okay.
How high? Okay. Like,
so
then you couldn't just like toss someone.
Nobody tosses a dwarf.
No one tosses a dwarf. I can't use my go-go gadget grappling gun. Okay.
And there are no windows on the first floor either.
Correct.
So we'd have to go up the stairs and open the door, and we might be walking right into a nest or something. We don't know. So
I say we leave for now, and we have an idea of what the
layout is.
And we don't notice any sort of, I mean, is there any shrubbery around the outside?
Shrubbery, not too tall, not too wide.
There are scant amount of shrubbery. There's a tree, a kind of a stubby tree to the southwest of the building, but not a whole lot of greenery around. This is more of a work area, so it's all like just dirt and tromped down grass and not a green space.
Yeah. Go buy another health potion.
Yeah, we might need it.
So you're gonna go back up to Sanctuary?
Yeah, wherever we would go buy that.
That was at the Church of Sanhedrin, which is a small shrine. Now, Terragir, their sort of national religion is Arcanes, who is the god of war. The kingdom as a whole sort of has a prominent war footing in their dealings, not only with the dwarves to the south, but the northern tribes, and over the generations that they've been in existence, they've sort of developed this sort of warlike mentality. They don't seek out war, because Arcanes doesn't create conflict, but it will see to the end of conflict when it starts. And so Sanhedrin is sort of a lesser religion as far as the nation is concerned. So the shrine to Sanhedrin in Whitecap is it's a reasonable size, but it's not like they focus any attention on it specifically. But you work your way back through town to the sanctuary, and you enter in, and the same guy who, for some reason in my mind, I picture as the guy from 30 Rock, the receptionist character guy. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
Did you ever watch 30 Rock?
Not in enough volume.
There are two other
Negative.
people. No one watched 30 Rock. Huh?
Not much, no.
I mean, I did, but it was a long time ago.
Hold on, I'm pulling up a picture. Luckily,
I've
there's
slept
this
since then.
Jack
I have not heard of
McBrayer.
Thoradin is not familiar with that.
Like, this won't mean anything to anyone who hasn't actually watched the show, but this guy is, for some reason, the guy that I picture. I'm going to paste it in Discord.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
So
Oh,
that's,
yeah. Okay.
He voices a ton of characters.
Yeah, so he's the guy that you talked to the last time in the sanctuary.
Oh my gosh.
So
all right,
kind of
checking in,
a very not incredibly intelligent but very well-meaning guy who just kind of wants to help and is kind of always thinking positive about things.
All right. Just kind of tell him I'm checking in to see if there's.
Oh, hey, yeah, I
Cross
remember
anywhere?
you. Yeah, from the last time you were here, I remember you guys. So you're you need some more healing potions, I guess.
Yeah, we'll just check. I had offered my services, and I wasn't sure if there was, you'd had a chance to see if there's any work available.
By the way, this is a horrible impression of this guy. Like, it's not even close. It's not even like in the ballpark of this
You're
guy.
fine.
But oh yeah, I can. It's only been like yesterday. I think you were here, so then nothing has come up yet. But I can completely sell you another potion for a donation if you want.
Do we have 50 more gold that we want to drop on this?
I've got 79 on me. So I mean, like
25 was the.
We got
25 was from the Scimitars and the arm wrestling, right?
Yes.
24 from the Scimitars plus 1 from the arm wrestling.
25.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. That's an additional. I mean, if we each throw in 5 more. All right. Well, that gives us 1. I think that's reasonable. Does anyone have any qualms against that?
Doesn't sound like it.
Nope.
All right. So we each lose 5 more gold, and then we pay for that.
Sure.
Alright, and so I lose.
Go to my sheet.
5 minus the 25, so I'll lose 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so great. Let me I'll just go back and I'll get you a potion. So I'll be right back. And he goes into that sort of coat check area. You hear some like bottles and stuff being rummaged around. Then he comes back out, presenting you one of the milk glass potion bottles with the encircled wing sort of embossed into the glass.
Who do we want to have this one?
I guess give that one to Gareth since you took his.
I can take that one. Yeah, I do get hit a lot.
Can I just say that you just look really special. You just amazing. Yeah. You're just amazing. I love it when you came in yesterday. I couldn't stop thinking about it, and today you're back. I think it's great. Do
I get the impression he's hitting on us?
Not really. He's like just a really kind of sincerely positive guy.
We hope that these donations will allow you to help many people.
You know what? It will. It really will. There, even yesterday, the stuff that you brought in. Let me tell you how much bread we bought with that donation yesterday. Oh my God! It fed so many people. It is so great.
We're so happy to be of service, and yeah, just in town for a couple more days. So, figured I'd keep checking in to see if there's any other way I could be of service.
I would love for you to stop by every single day. This is great.
And if you ever have any muscle needs, we can help there too.
I actually last night during dinner, I was telling the higher up about your group, and I'm certainly going to bring your names up again. What were your names again? What was it? Who was what? What were your names?
We need a gang name.
Let's see. Can we become an acronym? What do we got? No vowels.
Yeah, no vowels in this. It'd be like a Klingon word.
Yeah. Yeah, it's easy to roll off the tongue.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you just go ahead and you come back whenever you want. We have a pretty good supply, so whenever you guys need anything, you just let me know. I'm here every day.
Thank you.
Hey, we could no, there's a T in there. Never mind.
What?
I'm trying to come up with a. Yeah.
She's working the letters.
Maybe it's more than just the letters. Maybe it's just the. What's it when you take a couple and merge their name together? There's a word for that now.
Yeah. I don't think any of those are going to work either. I was thinking of using, you can use the first, like, it could be an LUGA. I almost had slugs out of that, but, that didn't give us a T.
Hey, you guys want to hang out for service? It's going to be in like an hour or so, and you can listen in to the psalms and everything. It'll be nice.
Is that something we have time for?
I mean, aren't we trying to kill time at this point?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's never bad to be in the good graces of the
supplier of your healing.
Yeah. That sounds lovely.
Yes.
Oh. I continue to try and figure out what our name is.
And try not to be druidic looking.
Actually, through the Sanhedrin being the goddess of good would not be at all opposed to Asia, who is the goddess of nature. Asia tends to be more neutral, but they definitely good aligns a little bit closer to Asia's followers than what more evil aligned religions would.
Okay, well that's
they wouldn't see eye to eye on everything, but they would see eye to eye on more things than they would with, like, Hazoid, who is the god of evil, or Karadre, the god of destruction.
Yeah, we could be. I just had it a second ago. Garlux Thorfinn.
Ooh. Again, sounds like a Klingon name.
Garlux Thorfinn.
I'm Garlux, Captain. So you sit in. Go ahead.
Strandfiend and Lux could be the lust something. We just need something for Gareth and Thoradin for the second word. Although lust might not be the best thing to be thrown down at a.
That's true.
So you sit in through this service for Sanhedrin, and most of it is about protection and nurturing, acceptance,
Sounds like
honor. There are 2 wedding ceremonies that are held during the service. Sanhedrin priests are the officiators for weddings, so you get to sit in on a couple of them during this service. They're not overly long, so they're able to squeeze in 2 during this whole thing. But you get the sense that the belief and the tenet of it is very much about home and hearth and
it's so
well-being.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a very calm, very nice feeling.
Is there any cake?
There's no cake. There are.
And now to the important question.
There is sweet bread, so they have some sweet bread arrangements at the end of it. The people who follow Sanhedrin are called the bearers, and the clerics, the priests of the religion, are called the Knis, who are the actual, like, the robed priests of the religion itself, who officiates everything. But yeah, so you sit in through this whole service and everything, and you feel a little positive, feel a little uplifted leaving it. With
a little lucky.
Yeah, a little milk glass bottle in your pocket. And it's sun setting by the time that you leave. going down. I haven't checked the weather yet for today, but I wonder what it is. Let's see. Luckily, I have an app.
Do we have time for another meal?
Yeah, you could grab some food before this fight club is supposed to begin.
Yes, I like meat.
An entire lamb is what he really wants.
I mean, we could be Lust Gotho.
Well, what is that?
Lust Gotho.
That's something.
I'm not sure about that. So there was some drizzle earlier in the day, but now the sky is sort of cleared. There's a high of 78, low of 68, so it's really nice. Like, it's really mild outside. So yeah, being out in this is like very low wind. It's very nice.
It's nice.
It is.
Trying to think. I don't have semi-stealth is only +1.
So at this point, you don't need to be too stealthy. I mean, you can sort of just walk back through town and just sort of...
I meant once we get into this whole mess tonight.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna handle that. You can change into stuff yet, can't you?
Yes, I can change into stuff.
Can you change into something small enough that you could...
I could be a fish in your pocket.
Can you do land animals yet? Like a rat? You'd see lots of rats.
Let me see.
You see lots of rats on wharves and stuff, so it's definitely likely that you would have seen this.
Where is that? Here. Wild shape. Beast I've seen before. I guess any beast that I've seen. So yes, I could be a small rat.
It's a little different for you because since you're a specific druid circle, that was specific to Knowles. But I'm opening up your sheet right now.
Like, there's even rats on ships, though, right?
Oh yeah,
there are.
There sure
plenty
are.
of rats on ships.
I'm glad you thought of that.
So the max CR of 1/8 for forms with land movement.
I feel like a rat would fall in that.
Yeah, it definitely would. If it's something with water movement, then you could do 1/2 CR. But with land movement, you can do up to 1/8.
What is CR?
Challenge rating.
Challenge rating, yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
It's basically the level of difficulty of the creature, the toughness.
All the creatures have it in the back. They tell you what their challenge rating is.
Yeah.
Like how hard it is to be that?
Basically.
Well, I mean, higher
it's
is
how tough
tougher.
they are.
But yeah, you could become a rat and kind of observe this.
Golly, I'm so glad. I can't believe I completely forgot about that. I guess because I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, I have that druid thing. I've done some of that.
You've done a little bit.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, our spy.
I'm gonna rat up and just climb right up onto.
So the creatures of 1/8 challenge rating that you could turn into, that you had probably seen in the past: a dolphin, a giant crab, a giant rat. You not only a regular rat, you could be a giant rat, a giant weasel, a mastiff, a mule, a poisonous snake,
that could
pony.
be a kinky night.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a variety of landforms that you can take.
Yeah, I say
rat is really useful here.
Yeah, I think that we should head back towards there and plant Finny, and then we can kind of hide nearby.
All right. What do you see with your rat eyes?
Cheese.
Cheese.
Nothing but ankles.
All right, so you go back down through town into Southport to the warehouse district, and you would be approaching from this direction. So we will throw your tokens on the board.
It's nighttime. Dear rat, being a rat.
It's really cute.
It is so cute.
All right, so you're approaching the warehouse from that side. The doors are now closed. The doors to the what would be the east and the west on this map, and really no one loitering out front. The work is pretty much done for the day, and so this particular area, being more of a business-oriented area, is fairly abandoned.
Is there any cover?
For a rat, yeah, there's lots of cover. I mean, you can hug.
What about for the people that are pretending not to be there.
For the people, I mean, there's no, like, if you're on the, like, if you're hugging, like, a building side, yes. If you're out in the middle between buildings, not so much, but...
Is that a building?
We're just
Correct.
doing recon
Yeah, that's
right
a building.
now, right? There's no need for you to even...
I think it's about that time, isn't it? I thought
think
that
it's
was the
getting-
point, that
yeah, I
you were
think it's
going into...
All right. Well,
You were gonna go in and-
but you don't have to
Now,
stand
not
next to
not
it.
having any light, Gareth is at more of a disadvantage than the rest of you are, since he doesn't have dark vision. So he's going to have to basically hold on to Thornton's shoulder or Lux's shoulder as you guys move.
Yeah, I don't want to light up a torch and draw attention to us.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
It's not pitch black, but it's dark out.
All right, go on in.
Are you going to go around the building, or are you just going to go into the first area that you see?
I'm just going to find a hole and go in.
Okay.
I mean, she's a mouse.
Karen.
You are a mouse. Make a perception check for me. Yeah, you can find a gap wide enough in the main double doors for you to fit through, and you sort of squeeze through. Anything that's big enough for your head is big enough for your body, and you sort of squeeze through into the main section of the warehouse where you see the large open area. You hear activity in the sort of center part of the warehouse.
Scurry. I scurry in between. I kind of go between these two
The crates.
crates here. Yeah, and I'm peeking out.
Yeah, you can see that there's sort of a circle of people, and with a couple of people fighting fist to fist in the center of them.
Okay.
Fisticuffs.
Yeah.
Bloody fisticuffs, people. I mean, that's a lot of blood on the floor.
This looks like it may be something that they've done quite a bit.
Okay. So a lot of that's old blood. Ooh, it got bright in here.
It did. I forgot to put light on these. There are lanterns on the tables.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh, I see them. Yeah.
You can see.
All right.
You
what
can
else
see
did I
quite a
see here?
bit.
Everything else just looks like regular old storage.
Yeah, it's the same stuff you saw earlier today. It's all just crates and barrels and burlap sacks and
I mean, with only 8 people in this room, they're really going to notice if my friends come in.
So what would you like to do? They're not really talking. They're watching the match. And the two are kind of circling each other, and they're throwing punches, and it just seems like just a sort of a fight that's happening.
Relaxed excitement, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Can you get upstairs?
Yeah. I don't see any stairs right now.
From where you are right now, you don't see any stairs or ladders or anything.
I mean,
You're a
how about
goddamn
the wall
mouse.
or climbing a crate?
Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Oh, Jesus. I'm a mouse.
You are. You're a rat. Okay.
That's great
So
stuff.
it doesn't look like anyone noticed you, and you're able to get around to that doorway if that's where you were headed.
I'm looking for the stairs.
You don't see any stairs in this main room at all.
Somehow I fell
But
into grayness.
here is a doorway.
Okay. Well, let's go through that doorway. All right. So I pop through the doorway and scuttle along the wall. What do I see?
This
More
side
stairs.
room also looks like a storage room, just a variety of crates and barrels and burlap sacks and that sort of thing.
Nothing in the ceiling of interest.
No, not from this
No
room that you can
windows.
see. No door. In this room, the far southwestern room, you can see a ladder going up to the second floor.
Okay. I listened
There
with my little
on the
mousy
wall.
ears at the...
Make a perception check for me.
Oh, goodness.
You don't hear any sound coming from upstairs. All you can make out is the yells of excitement and everything from the fight happening in the main warehouse.
So I very sneaky scuttle up the ladder.
All right, let me switch you over. All right, I'm about to drop you onto where you are.
Okay. So this is the top of the thingy? All right, I peek into the room just with my whiskers and eyeballs, and that's it.
This looks like some sort of office area. There's a desk. There's a chest. There's scattered papers.
I don't see a chest. I just see the desk.
I don't have the chest on the map, but
Just know that it's there. Okay,
yes.
Gotcha.
And a doorway to the east.
Do I smell any beings?
You smell a lot of human activity, yeah.
Okay. Do I hear anything yet besides the fight?
No, you do not.
All right, I stick my whiskers and eyeballs in this doorway, rigging the edge. And what do I see?
It's a fairly empty room. There's a bit of storage, some smaller boxes and that sort of thing. It doesn't seem like a room that gets a whole lot of use.
Okay.
There's a table, a couple of dirty plates on it. Maybe someone was eating at some point. So you scuttled underneath the door to get to this next. Yeah.
All right, once again, whiskers and eyeballs.
All right, scuttle through the door.
Oh my.
And so this is sort of an open area. There's like a catwalk area that looks down over the main section of the warehouse where they're holding their fight club down below. That goes out to the outer
balcony?
patio, the balcony area, and there are two people out there just sort of hanging out on the railing, just sort of looking out over the town, and one of them smoking a pipe.
I climb up that one and jump off his head onto the other one and bite its ear and hang like... No, I'm kidding. I don't do that. Okay, so one smoking a pipe. They're looking out over the town. Do they seem alert in any way or relaxed?
They seem... I mean, they're not currently on alert, but they are watching.
Okay.
They just seem like lookouts.
And this is the opposite side of the building.
Correct.
Okay. I'm really not seeing anything of interest. Are there any hidden stairs?
Other than
or
all the
apartments?
thieves having a fight club down on the lower level.
Yeah.
And there was only 8 of them?
There were 8, and then the 2 upstairs.
I mean, I guess we don't know that yet.
Right. So I scuttle down the stairs. Do I see thing?
Just the rear of the building.
Nope.
So have you relayed all this information back to us?
Indeed, I have.
So how many were in there? 8?
8
There we go.
below, and then the 2 guards up.
Was there anything other than just fighting going on? Did it look like anybody was having a meeting, or
There was fighting and observing, and that was it. There were no...
did the people in there seem armed with weapons?
You did notice at least make a perception check for me.
Who, her?
Me?
Yeah. Yes, Finny.
I percepted so many times.
You
I
did.
will
This is a new
do it again.
perception.
This is recollection.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you remember at least 2 of them were carrying swords.
carrying what?
At most swords, but at most the other ones were carrying, I mean, no more than like a dagger or a cudgel or a club or something.
I'm still down to kidnap one and question them.
Did you make air quotes around the word question?
I questioned the other guy. He lived.
You did. You definitely did.
Gareth questioned him. I just thought.
Question, castrate, it's all the same.
I only castrated the one that made threats to my group.
I gotcha.
I did not harm the one that just seemed scared and,
Wet himself, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
If
think
I
that's,
have you by the balls and you're going to threaten to kill me, I think you
yeah,
mean
that's
it.
pretty bold. Yeah, that's pretty bold. Take down the 1 or 2 that left and question them if we want.
That sounds more reasonable than rushing and guns blazing.
Or we could try to sneak up the stairs and take out the 2 on the landing, but then that could cause a stir and alert everybody else. So probably waiting's better.
So while you guys are standing there kind of talking about it, from the south, there comes this entourage where this bald...
This is not good.
Bald.
And let's Everyone
you
make
back in person?
everyone make a perception check.
I'm not yet. I'm being surreptitious. More perception. Let's see.
Gosh.
Huh.
Not my
So
best.
Gareth, you recognize this person in the lead as probably being Terwin, which is a northern race of humans. They have generally they have white hair and they have wrinkled skin even in their youth, and sort of almond-shaped eyes, and they're a little bit shorter and a little bit broader, and with kind of larger ears. And but this one though is shaved. He has shaved bald for most of it, but he has sort of a top knot of hair on the back of his head, and he's wearing these sort of elaborate furs and green tinted leather armor. And he's sort of walking in the advance of this entourage of 6 others who are filed in behind him. 4 of the others are sort of dressed similarly in sort of this green tinted leather armor, but 2 of them are dressed in red, kind of ragged cloth tinted, and their hands and lower arms are wrapped in white cloth, like bandages almost around their hands and their arms, their lower arms. And they sort of come up to the doors here on the west side of the building and open them up and stride in, and you hear one in the lead, the bald one with all the furs and the green tinted leather, say, he sort of presents himself as he walks in, and he says, "Seika is here!" And you hear sort of this cheer from the other people in the warehouse, and they all sort of stride in and close the doors behind them.
I think Finn needs to head back in and see what's going on.
Yeah, I think so too.
So you say there was this Seika guy and 6 others, right? That's
Correct.
What it was? Okay.
Correct.
And the 6 others looked like they were kind of almost bound up.
You know,
4 of them were wearing sort of the same green tinted leather armor, though they didn't have as much fur action. And then 2 of them were wearing red, sort of ragged cloth, loosely draped robes with white wrapped arms and hands.
wrapped hands?
Yeah,
So
like
we get
bandages,
the feeling
like
that they were
bandages
captured.
wrapped around their lower arms. No, it wasn't like they were prisoners. It was just that like their lower arms were bandaged up.
Okay.
And Finney, you sort of scramble through under the door again, and you see the 6 of them, the 6 of the newcomers sort of walk through that same doorway where you found the ladder, while the fight club sort of resumes here in the center, and the 2 that were fighting kind of start going at it again, and you sort of follow along. Go ahead and make another stealth check for me.
It's more than 10.
Yeah, you see the Seika and the rest of the group start climbing this ladder up to the 2nd floor.
Well, once they're all safely up there and the noise abates, I scurry up the ladder as well.
You see that you kind of follow the entourage. The 7 of them go through the doorway and out to the outer catwalk area where they start watching the proceedings down below.
Okay. I peek my ears and nose around, listen and watch.
Yeah, they're kind of here, just they're watching the match. They're sort of rooting for each other. Seika seems like this very boisterous, charismatic fellow who is, kind of cheering with the fellows and picking his favorite and giving back slaps and he's a bro. He's a broheim.
Okay. And no chit chat about anything. Just
no chit chat. They're watching the game. They're in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I assess their fitness and weaponry? What do I notice?
They're all armed.
Two arms, probably.
You get a sense of you get a sense of two things. Seika is definitely the one in charge of this particular group, and this sort of entourage is you get a sense of this is like his personal crew, and you get the sense that they all at least they know how to use the weapons that they're carrying.
Okay. And do they appear to be on any business whatsoever besides just?
No, it looks just casual leisure time for them.
Okay. All right. Do they interact at all with the guards that are out on there? No,
they didn't go out through the doorway at all.
Okay.
They just came out onto the catwalk, and they're just sort of standing there looking looking down at the fight
and
happening.
No one takes any notice of them from on the balcony or from downstairs.
Well, no, when they came in, everyone cheered.
They cheered. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So they all acknowledged that they had arrived, but they're not like paying like any sort of direct attention to them now that they've gotten here.
Then I scurry back to my friends and lay on the.
So what to do here?
We could burn the building down.
I was thinking of that. Like, you know what? We could go
set fire to the whole town.
I do have a fire as one of my cantrips. We could set the building on fire and see what happens.
But
now it is stone.
Spread out were the dudes that were in there on the.
The building is made of stone, just FYI.
Can I cast anything when I'm in mouse?
No.
No, you cannot.
Damn it, because it'd be so great to be able to entangle the guys on.
I'm trying to think though. So they're not talking business. We can't eavesdrop. They're really just hanging out.
Seriously, let me just poke my head in the door. No, I'm just saying I could come back and into my null form and then just because I have to have line of sight to be able to cast entangle.
Right.
So I just peek through the door, cast it, and then draw quick.
Well, you'd have to go in as a rat, shape change back into null form, cast a spell, and then shape change back into rat, and then sneak back out again.
I don't even want to sneak.
No one has tried the doors yet. You have no idea if they're locked or not.
I mean, at this point, do we make an attempt? Rather than, okay, so I'm all about slit the guy's throat if he's threatening us, but none of these people have actually caused us threat yet.
Yeah, we've got a very good point.
Do we maybe try and see if they'll let Thoradin fight? Or do we still stick with waiting for an unknown amount of time for someone to leave and grabbing one?
Yeah, I think we do that.
The waiting one?
Yeah, and maybe try and...
Yeah, because if I go in and they don't like that I'm there because I'm not in the Thieves Guild, we're going to have our hands full.
Yeah, that's a good point. Outnumbered.
Gareth, do you have any thoughts?
I have no thought.
When it was just the 8 lightly armored, I thought maybe, but this new 6 changed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, the rest of them they didn't seem armored at all. Like the ones that are in the actual fight club, most of them aren't even wearing armor. They're in regular street clothes, just kind of doing the fight club thing.
I'm not worried about them.
Again, though, I'd kind of like to talk to someone. As I said, I'm all about slitting someone's throat if I'm at threat, but they haven't actually threatened me.
Well, they did, because you got attacked the night before in an alleyway by some of them, potentially.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, but whose word are we taking that these... How trustworthy are they?
Like, do we see the tattoos on these people?
She never looked.
Did Finn notice? Finn confirmed that?
She never looked to see. Do you want to go back in and
check?
take a look?
Not really. I have to get up and control my mouse.
So Finny doesn't remember if they had tattoos or not.
Well, do you have to go in? Can you scurry up and look at the 2 guys out on the balcony? Maybe they won't, maybe you can come up the side and a mouse isn't that threatening.
It's a rat, not a mouse. It's a rat.
Oh, it's a rat.
Very cute, petite rat, though.
What color fur does your rat form have?
Silky, silvery brown.
Pink.
Silvery brown. Pink? Oh my
Hot
god.
pink.
You stand
Oh,
out like
no,
a
that's-
neon sign.
That's Shadowrun. Sorry.
It's
Yeah.
a little pink mohawk down her.
Yeah. Yeah, pink mohawk and sunglasses.
No, I'm just thinking a rat's not going to be that distracting. Even if they saw it, it'd be
No.
like, stinking
A
rat.
rat in a warehouse. I mean,
Yeah. That's
they
like,
might kick at it if it was close.
right, but that's like seeing a box in a warehouse. Big deal.
Yeah.
Do you want to go back in and take a look to see if you can spot the tattoos?
Yes, but you have to do the controlling. Okay, good night.
We're pooping. She can't even muster the energy to give a proper good night.
Wow.